And we are live. Welcome to A Nice Place to Brew. I'm Jason.
I'm George.
I'm Polly.
This is a show about all things beer and beer making. We do the webcast every Thursday here on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. Today is August 26th, our last recording in the month of August. I'm guessing there's going to be some dialogue about fantasy football at some point here in the broadcast.
Ooh.
Maybe. Just saying. We'll see.
If there is, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna have much to contribute.
You're just gonna checked out. It is that time of year.
You'll be talking to yourself.
Wow, that just fell flat.
If that was your hope, it doesn't seem like it's.
I'm not. No, there's no hope. I'm just saying. Listen, we go down rabbit holes on this webcast, and listen, the timing is appropriate for fantasy football. We are well into the preseason. The regular season is within an arm's length right now, and this is where the draft times are coming up. So,
you're not wrong.
But anyways, we are not here to talk about fantasy football. We are here to talk about all things beer and beer making. This is a show where we talk about homebrewing experiences, tips, and just our general appreciation and love for craft beer. Our website is www.aniceplacetobrew.com. We have an audio podcast under the same name, A Nice Place to Brew, that's available on the podcasting platforms. We do have a recent release that is now available, so check it out there. Our social media links are A Nice Place to Brew and Nice Place to Brew. That's it for the introductions. Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great week. Let's get to the important stuff. What is everybody drinking tonight?
Polly, you want to go first?
Sure. I am drinking our collaboration beer, Save the Clock Tower.
Nice.
Look at that in all its glory.
Look at that color.
Yes.
It tastes mighty fine, too.
Nice. All right.
What about you, George?
I have one from my good buddies over at Unionville Brewing Company. It is a red raspberry saison coming in at 7.2%. And it's brand new. It was first tapped today, and it is pretty tasty.
Is the carbonation holding up in that?
It is. The guy that canned it for me, it was his first day, and he didn't quite get the seal right. Like, I think I can show you.
Okay.
You see this little...
Oh, yes.
So it was leaking. It was leaking some CO2, you know, and we were there for a little bit. So
got it.
But yeah, out of the tap though,
real good. Okay, right on. Let me round it out. Modelo Negra.
All right.
Wait, is it? It is Negra. Yes.
Yes.
Salud.
You need to explore some other regional beers there. You know, you've gone to the Modelo well quite a bit.
Yeah, I have. I could. I mean, it's not been the Negra each time because I have had just traditional Modelos.
Yeah.
They did have that 7-ounce bottle, which I thought was really cool, and I still think should be caught on to by the greater craft beer community. But yes, there are other go-to Mexican lagers out there. One of which, of course, is Route 66 Old School Brewing, which is finalizing a Mexican lager at the moment.
And it's pretty tasty.
Wow,
Yeah.
those are important. I kind of meant like Mexican lagers.
Okay.
Like,
Let me ask you this. As somebody who's into craft beer and has a weekly webcast dedicated to all things beer and beer making, when you hear Mexican beer, where does your brain go to?
Corona.
So obviously Corona and Modelo, but it also goes to Tecate and Victoria as well.
Yeah. You know, Victoria has a dark lager just like this too, and it's really good.
Is it?
To me, among the Mexican beers that I've had, that one probably takes the cake.
Okay.
Yeah. Less certainly less common than Corona and Modelo for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, but if you can find it, well worth
And
looking at.
in fact, I just found a top 7 Mexican lagers, and
Okay.
number 1 on this list, right before Modelo. So Modelo took number 2. Tecate, which I'm probably butchering.
Tecate.
Tecate
right.
took first place.
Tecate is first place.
Yeah,
So, what's this a measurement of?
some
I mean, of
Beer
taste
blogs.
or of volume or
no best Mexican lagers.
best
Like,
Mexican lager? Wow. Okay.
yeah.
That's
So that's
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
So, Tecate, here's an interesting fact. Tecate takes the crown for the worst commercial ever produced.
Yeah,
Does this bring anything to mind for anybody?
It doesn't. No.
No.
What happened?
I'll send you a link after the show. You know what? I'll post it on our page. We can see some noise on this. Sylvester Stallone is one of the actors in it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's gotta be nuts.
You know, actually, can we do this? Can we view this on the show and
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, cool.
Have no worries.
Oh, actually, hey Jason, did you watch that video I sent you that link of late last night?
No, I was. You know what? Honestly, I was concerned it was spam.
No.
That's a real link.
Yeah, no, it was weird because like I got home from work and I went down my typical having a couple YouTube rabbit hole.
Ah,
And
okay.
I found I usually watch like racing videos and whatnot, and I found one of another group of kind of similar one of the channels I watch, and then all of a sudden this homebrewing one popped up. And I was like, oh God, let's see how this looks. Believe it or not, it was actually a really cool video. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, it's about a half hour long. I mean,
All right.
I'd say watch it because it's. I'll give you the gist of it. It's a chef that learned to brew. Guessing he's out of New York. Some kind of chef out of New York learned to home brew, and he gives a basic, quick rundown of a brewing event. Granted, he did a few things that I was like, "Oh my God, you're an idiot," but
Yeah.
that's just me. Some stuff that I just wouldn't do, but most of the stuff I agreed with it. And even
Okay.
even the stuff I didn't agree with, it wasn't like it was wrong, except for him using them goddamn laser beam thermometers, little pointy ones. Besides that, that's the only thing that really made me angry. He almost got a drunken comment.
Okay, now, hang
Okay.
hang on. What do you have against laser thermometers?
Okay, because every time I use them, they're fucking wrong and they're off. So I quit using them. Uncle Rick has one, and he points it in there, and it's 180 degree fucking water. He's like, it's 75 degrees. No, it's not. And
Well, where the hell is he getting these crap ass laser thermometers from?
I don't know. Probably goddamn fucking Harvard Break or some bullshit. But no, and you know it's funny because there's like one time, one of the first times I was doing a brew in a bag, or not a brew in a bag. Sorry, a no boil. God, I can't think today. No chill.
No chill.
Here we go.
Okay.
No chill. Yeah, I was doing a no chill beer, and here he is. I kept telling him, put the damn thing in the house. He's pointing on the side of the keg. He's like, oh, it's about 90 degrees. You should be cool. You can fix it when you get home. You put your hand on the fucking side of the keg, it burns your goddamn hand.
Yeah.
So
he needs a better laser thermometer.
No, I just don't think they work good for liquids. Period.
They really do. I have one for cooking, and it is.
Well, cooking's one thing.
But cooking, you need accurate temperatures too, dude.
Absolutely.
You need like
Yeah.
300
I don't
degrees
know.
or 400 degrees on a skillet to sear a steak, you know?
Well, every
So,
time I
yeah.
see him use it for brewing beer, one time I almost threw it in the garbage on him. He kept fucking he kept pulling
But
he
It sounds like you should have.
Oh, I probably. Well, the funny thing is, one day he came to help brew. I'm like, you didn't bring a damn laser from home. Did you want me to? I'm like, no. I was being sarcastic, you jackass.
Polly being sarcastic, I wouldn't have guessed.
No, never.
Not me. No, I'm a straight and narrow. every
Might
time.
I suggest that a sous vide is an excellent instrument for measuring and keeping temperature?
Measuring, not as much, but keeping temperature, yes. Like it's not designed to be like dunked in to get a measurement, but getting water up to a certain temperature and keeping it there, that is its purpose in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, which one of these is your worst one ever?
It's that second one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
I shared the audio, so you should be able to hear it.
Canelo, be bold! Hey, Canelo. No bueno. Be bold. Good there. Hey.
Be bolder.
Tecate Light, born bold.
Okay, I see where they were going,
It's awful.
but it's awful.
It's
It's
awful.
not great. You know, they were going for like, he's Rocky and he's...
Right.
But what the hell?
Right.
And could you hear that?
Yes.
Okay,
No, it
good.
came through very clean.
Perfect. Yeah.
The steak. The steak sequence. Like, who the hell came up with that?
Well,
and
that's
how did
what he-
people not be like, this doesn't make sense and this is stupid?
That's what he did in Rocky. Put a T-bone on his face.
I get.
I said, I
still-
get it. It's dumb, but I
Yeah.
get it. You know. So, yeah.
Be bolder.
I've seen some really bad commercials. Besides,
I was gonna say,
there's been a whole lot worse beer commercials.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna. We might go down this. You talk about rabbit holes. We might go down a worst commercial rabbit hole.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah. Let me see what the internet says about worst beer commercials. This could be fun.
This actually, I'm totally in. Okay, what else comes to mind besides that Tecate one?
So, some of these bad beer ads. Oh, Esquire put together a list of bad beer ads. I like it. Okay, do you want to watch a un-PC but hilarious beer commercial from the 50s?
Yes.
Oh, this has got to be good.
Yeah.
Let me cue this noise up. Hang on. All
Here,
right.
there goes our first rabbit hole for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
This is
totally
a
fine
good
with
one.
this. Yeah.
At least it's beer related.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Oh,
Genesee.
Genesee.
Beer,
Oh, okay.
circa 1958.
Okay.
I like fortune cookies and Genesee beer.
You crazy Genesee beer with fortune cookies?
Why not? I like Genesee beer. It's good with everything.
Oh, I call manager. You crazy, you flip your lid? Why you want Genesee beer with fortune cookies?
Because Genesee beer is naturally more refreshing. Because Genesee beer is made with Hemlock Lake water. Purest natural brewing water in the USA. And hot blossoms from the Sacramento Valley. And nature's finest barley. Brew them all in a special way, and you've got Genesee beer. The one beer that combines lightness with flavor.
Okay, mister, but let me ask you one thing. How can Genesee beer combine lightness with flavor?
Wow. I don't even know what
Not
to
the
do.
dumbest commercial ever.
Not that, but
No.
racist? Yeah.
Racist, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, we're
Holy
calling-
Listen,
shit.
let's look at this through the 1950, the year 1958 lens. Come on, let's stay in that lane.
You think about it, we're coming out of World War II and war with Japan. We had the Korean War. We had
Yeah.
the Vietnam War, like pretty much the war in Asia for however 30 fucking years or something like that.
Speaking of that, I think we were still at war in Korea during
I think
that
it was
time.
Korea. So that makes
Yeah.
sense.
19 isn't 58 a little early for the Korean War?
I don't think so.
No, Korea was.
If anything, I think it's late.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think you might be right. Korean War was 50 to 53.
Oh,
It was
that's right.
late. Okay.
It was late.
All right.
Okay, well we were still held back over it. You know, 'cause-
They at least pointed at the brewing water, which I thought that was pretty good the way they presented
Right.
that. The
I did
hops,
think
pretty
the
good.
hops from Sacramento Valley? Is that what he said? Are hops still grown in Sacramento Valley?
It would make sense to me that they would. I know it's grape country for the vineyards, but
What that Napa?
I think the geography is more than suitable for hops.
Well, even
Okay.
Sacramento, isn't that? Is that Northern Cal?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sacramento's Northern California. Yeah. But yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, racist for sure.
Oh my god. So racist.
Listen, our lens of what's racist has changed tremendously, and not just over the last 60 years, really the last 10 to 15. I feel like our lens has really changed on what's correct on that front.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely I would say for the better.
Well, are we better today than we were in those times? Yeah,
Yes.
we are.
Yeah. It's just wanted to throw that one out there.
Yeah.
So
Be nice, people. Be nice.
yeah. Let's see. Is there any other ones here? Do you remember these classic commercials from the 90s? Have you guys ever seen Panda Cheese commercials?
I don't even know what the hell that
No.
is. Painted
So
cheese.
fucking weird. It's this dude in a panda suit that just like, okay, here, hang on. I
We got to swing back around to beer after this is
we,
done.
We will, but I was looking up bad beer commercials, and this came up, and I was just like, yeah, all right, this is just weird. So, all right. Hang on.
انت ما جبتش جبنه طن للعيال؟
مفيش داعي اكل كتير.
And then,
That's just
It is creepy.
what?
ما يتقلهاش لا.
اعمل لك سندوتش جبنه مع الولاد يا صلاح؟
مش دلوقتي.
I didn't see that coming at all.
So they all follow that same theme. They're like, no, we don't need panda cheese, and then the panda comes in and just like
It just
destroys
ruins
something.
everything. Oh my god. Oh, that was amazing.
I know my rabbit hole when I get home tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Just look up panda cheese
Wow.
commercials. I guarantee you'll spend like 20 minutes watching them.
Absolutely. What? Okay, I saw the URL on top. Is that from France? Is that where they're making those?
Where is panda cheese from? Panda cheese. In Egypt.
Oh, that
What?
makes sense.
Yeah,
They
apparently
do-
Egypt.
They did look like Middle Eastern Egyptian people.
Okay.
In the first video,
All right. Okay.
I thought they were Hispanics. To be honest with you, I know I'm the one being racist.
Okay. So swinging back around to craft beer,
Yeah.
I was
right.
watching a preseason football game last night,
Okay.
and there just so happened to be a commercial for none other than
Sam Adams.
no
Well,
Yingling.
Yingling.
I
Okay.
did see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I have never seen a Yingling commercial here in Chicagoland.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if they're starting to expand their distribution.
We may have to type that in. That'd be awesome if they were.
I'll Google that right now.
If they're starting to, Yingling begins westward expansion with distribution into into Texas.
This is a recent article.
Yes, a very recent article from the beginning of this year.
Okay.
So it seems
One
like they're
from,
starting
January.
January, yeah.
You
So
can
it
use
seems
that
like
from. I'm reading it. Yeah.
so it looks like they're starting to head out your way.
Cool.
Yeah, they're part of the Miller Coors group.
Oh,
Right.
that's right.
But still, if they send out any Yingling ice cream, that's some good stuff. I'll tell you that.
All right. Cool.
It's one bit of beer trivia that I will never forget.
Beer and ice cream.
No, that's how Yingling survived Prohibition. They
Oh,
converted
that's
to
right.
making ice cream.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming back around. So,
yeah.
George,
Yes.
what's the latest on the Shandy Brew Day?
It has definitely been absorbed by other things. I'm definitely not going to have it for Labor Day.
Not going to happen for Labor Day? Okay.
That ship has sailed.
Okay.
So since that ship has sailed, the question becomes, has the Shandy ship sailed? Now, I will drink a Shandy. It is, but I will drink a Shandy, much like Jason will drink a stout any day of the year. I'll drink a Shandy any day of the year.
Yep.
But we are starting getting into a little bit more of the fall area. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Could make a Marzen.
Could make a Marzen.
Yeah.
I've never made a Marzen before.
Okay. Well, you're more than set up for lagering.
It's true. I could lager. Yeah.
Check that out.
What's that?
Speaking of that's Marzen that I brewed with
Your Marzen.
All right.
from with Bill from the JVG, the winner of the.
Oh, his recipe.
Yeah, his recipe, but I feel kind of bad. But he said go ahead. He gave me the recipe. I plugged it into Beersmith. I kind of gave him some shit. I'm like, did you even plug this into a calculator? Because everything was boom, boom, boom. Nothing was in the middle. Either it was right on either end. And so then I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to fuck around with it. I think I talked to Jason about it a little bit. And then I made up another one. I was like, well, if Bill doesn't want to brew this, I'll go ahead and I'll keep this in my wheelhouse until, next fall. And I'll brew one.
So that just boggles my mind that beer, which I thought it was a sweet rendition of a Marzen. George, you and I both talked about this.
Agreed.
But that was a very presentable Marzen. So the idea that it was on, outside on the outskirts of the scale is kind of surprising.
Well, when you with the hops that they use, you know how. Oh, hold on, hold on. Since it's a homebrew recipe, I can go ahead and use this.
You gonna share it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
You guys can see what I'm doing, right?
Not yet. You have to share it.
Oh, how do?
There's a button at the bottom that says share.
It's not letting me. Entire screen window or Chrome tab.
Should be up to you, man. It's probably an entire screen or window. If you pick window, you can pick beer.
There we go. Look at that.
Whoops.
Oh, we lost it. Here we go.
There you go.
I mean, the only thing that was in the middle was that was somewhat in the realm was the ABV. It was, a freaking Marzen, a traditional Marzen, supposed to be 18 to 24 IBUs, 49.5.
Good God, man.
Right? So then I'll just really quick. I'll just do mine. It doesn't really matter to me. I got no problem sharing my recipes with anybody because
Okay, this is the original, right?
that's the original one.
That was the original, yeah.
Here's a new one. Now look at that. Everything's pretty much right down the middle.
Yeah.
So
So
one thing
that's gonna be a totally different beer.
I think
Yeah.
so. And one thing I did notice, Paulie, though, is you had two different styles. Like, if you go back to my recipes,
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I don't know if that would make a difference for him. I still feel like 45 is way too high for IBUs, but
For sure.
I did notice you had two different styles. You have Oktoberfest Marzen, and he had Marzen.
All right, hold on. Let's try it now. That's a good point.
It is a good call out.
Thanks for pointing that out. Oh, even worse.
Makes it even worse. What's the estimated final gravity? 10, 15?
Yeah. So my guess is that beer was quite a bit higher on the final.
I'm going to guess somewhere 1022, 1023.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was really sweet.
So the ABV comes down to about 5.5 at that point.
Yeah.
And so I just took my gravity today, and it went from crap. I got two different ones here. Hold on, let me do this real quick.
So if the final was that high, would that affect the perceived IBUs? Because a drier beer,
It could.
Yeah.
All right, so it went from we were at 1049 for my OG, and then it fermented down to 15. So that ain't bad.
Okay, yeah, 15's good for a Marzen.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything. It's nice and malty, a little sweet to it. I like it.
What you did? So the recipe you used on the other Marzen Madness, that is, what was the IBUs on that? That you had?
The one that we actually brewed.
The one you actually brewed, yeah.
Oh. This is easier than playing on my computer. 22.3.
Okay.
All right, right in the middle of the scale.
Right in the middle of the scale, yeah. Yeah, 'cause I think 49 is high for what I tasted.
Yeah.
I don't remember tasting 49 IBUs worth of hops.
Yeah.
That's why I was so boggled, because I remember trying the beer too, and I thought it was a solid beer. But then, I mean, on top of it, he did use. Oh, what did he use? We actually still use the hops. He used the New Zealand version of Holliker.
Okay.
Wakatu.
Yeah.
Wakatu is what it's called.
Wakatu, yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if he just had shit hop efficiency and got lucky.
I don't know. I mean,
Could be.
So it makes me wonder how he introduces his hops, because if it's in like a tightly packed hop ball like we tried a few times, or a muslin bag, if he's not getting the circulation he needs to really get the hop efficiency out of that.
Can we look at some pictures of that? Because I do believe that he does use some kind of centralized hop bag.
No, let me think. Have you brewed with him before?
I have not.
I have. I've been over there. I brewed over there a handful of times. I think if they use anything, I think they're using a hop rocket.
That should work. Yeah, the hop rocket typically has good efficiency.
Well, you know what? Let me text him.
Sure.
Let's see what he's got to say. Oh, I gotta tell him. I gotta tell him that I tasted it anyway. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do the ABV really quick of this beer. What was it? What did I say it was? Since I'm here, since we're talking about it, 10:49. Write this down in my notes.
It is made by Blickman, and as Polly well knows, we're a bunch of Blickman shills here. So
Oh man, I used to really despise. I honestly despised Blickman until I started working here.
yeah,
And I mean, oh, the thermometer is nice, but I always considered Blickman as one of those things that it's really fucking expensive, and you can get something just as good for a cheaper price.
so I agree you can get other things for a cheaper price, but just as good is honestly a little. In some things, I completely agree with you, but where Blickman is good, they're really friggin' good. So, are you sure they use a hop rocket for standard hop infusion? Because a hop rocket is typically for like post boil Randler type infusion.
Oh, what's that thing that they put where you just drop the? Oh, that's a spider.
A spider is what you're thinking of, I think.
That's
Okay.
what I'm thinking of. He's using a spider. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna give him a call really quick
Okay.
and ask him that because I wanted to talk to him. I'll let you guys take over for a second. I want to tell him that the beer is ready and if he wants to come by maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna start because it's at terminal. I think I'm gonna start the diacetyl rest today or tomorrow before I leave for Bug, which I'm really excited about. I get to go to that beer under glass tomorrow with yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, one like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I get to go to beer under glass and for some mango tomorrow. So
Nice.
I'm excited about that. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Okay.
So shut my mic.
All right.
So
I'm gonna air his dirty laundry here and show
no.
some of his Facebook stuff. I tell you, he's doing some interesting things.
yeah, so I mean, just to look back on this a little bit, that those spiders they do use a muslin bag, but they hang right in the middle of it,
Right.
And they do allow for a decent amount of circulation. So usually you get a pretty good efficiency out of a hop spider.
Right.
So I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Check this out.
Oh, a Nova inside of a okay, sure.
Of a mash tun. And inside of a hop spider too. That's what's
Right.
catching the that is not a bad way at all to be monitoring your mash temperature.
Yeah, that's a decent idea. I use the like kind of rims setup, but but that's not a bad idea.
He's got some recirculation going on too.
He does. I wonder what's going on there. If he's just pumping the water in, over it he might be doing that just to recirculate it.
What's coming out there is beer color.
Right, no, he's pumping it from the bottom to the top just to recirculate
Oh, right.
it inside the mash tun.
Right.
What I'm thinking. I like that's a neat little MacGyver-ish trick there, looping it through the handle.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Nice work. Where's my stop sharing? Oh, there we go.
All right.
Where's the other one? I've seen
So,
this here before.
What he is, I've been tracking this new system that people are looking at, called a Bruvide. Have you heard of this thing?
No, I have not.
It is here. Seems to be the share a screen day. It's made by a company called Vessi, and it is it's designed to kind of take the place of a lot of this stuff here, and convert your kit to kind of an electric brew in a bag kind of situation.
Okay.
So, you have your Vessi Bruvide device, and you put it inside here. Recirculates and filters the water, because the biggest problem with the sous vide stuff is you don't want to get those particulates in there.
True.
So which is why I don't use mine in the mash tun like he did, because no matter how good that hop spider is in there, you're going to get particulates, and that can clog up the unit and start to have problems. So what I do is I use it in my hot liquor tank and then recirculate it. But the Brew Vide is designed to filter those things, be Bluetooth connected, and allow you to take care of all of that right inside of your mash tun or boil kettle with a brew in a bag setup. And so it's not the cheapest thing in the world.
It's not.
But it's designed to take the place of, like I said, a lot of this stuff here, to where you don't need propane, you don't need the pumps because there's a transfer pump built into it, and stuff like that. So, a good transfer pump is $150. So, I mean, you can kind of take that into account and things. And it's right now in a Kickstarter setup. So, yeah. It's designed to be a
Okay, so
yeah.
do they have any videos or anything that can walk us through a brew day using this?
Let's see.
This just seems a little bit too compact.
They don't right now. No.
Okay.
No, but they're definitely a company that I've been thinking about reaching out to and seeing if we could talk to them on our audio podcast or possibly here and get some video.
I'm sure they'd be glad to. They have a Kickstarter going on right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I am pre-registered for.
Okay. All right.
Because apparently I like throwing my money at ridiculous brewing stuff.
Especially the high-tech stuff.
Yes.
What size batch? That's from Uncle Rick.
Oh,
Does it
I
say?
assume it didn't say, but I assume standard 5 and 10 gallon batches for home brews, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely not going to be it's definitely not going to be like remember that unit that we saw that made like 1.5 gallons at a time and was like $500 or something like that?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be like that.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it's for batches a little bit smaller than 5 gallons, though. It's all going to depend on just how much power that little unit can kick out.
Right.
And maybe I'd be surprised, but I don't know. That seems like a lot.
They do sell an all-in-one kit, including the kettle and everything, for $600, which is interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not, recommending anybody get it. I know nothing about it, but I am curious about it, and of course I remember Mr. Beer. Who doesn't remember Mr. Beer? It makes the worst beer you would ever try.
But people got super excited about it.
Yeah. What was that? So the first beer kit that we did, Jason, that wasn't Mr. Beer, but it was something very similar to that. Do you remember what it was?
See, didn't we do one round of Mr. Beer?
No, it was like Mr. Beer, but it wasn't Mr. Beer.
Okay.
I remember.
You know what? I don't.
You don't remember that? Okay.
What I, of course, remember, because I don't know if I was around for that brew day, but I was there to put in the carbonation tablets and a bottle.
Okay.
And remember what a hot mess that was?
Cooper's. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yes, because I remember it was Cooper's. That's exactly what it was. And you may not have run around for the first brew day, but I think we did another one with that kit. You were around for at least one of those. And those carbonation tablets that did absolutely friggin' nothing.
Right.
I have no idea what they were even supposed to be.
Right.
when we started adding in the corn sugar for the bottling days, that made all the difference in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except that got tiresome too, because using priming sugar is really unpredictable. You're going to have some bottles that are going to be bombs, and you're going to have bottles that are just going to be not a whole lot there.
Yeah, once we moved over, I mean, okay, so if you get a really good, the problem with corn sugar is you need to get a really good mix of both the yeast and the sugar to get any kind of consistency in your bottles. So if
Yep.
you have a way of doing that, great. That, you know, you have a good chance of having a good, you know, even amount of carbonation in all of your bottles. Once we moved over to kegs, though, we knew when we would tap something or when we would move it over to using a beer gun, we knew what that carbonation level would be. And if it wasn't what we wanted it to be, we could add more or, you know.
Yeah, just
dial
turn
it
the
back.
knob.
Yeah. Weren't the carb tabs Alka-Seltzer?
Alka-Seltzer. Is that a joke?
I don't know. I feel like it should be. But now I'm curious if it was like, all right, Cooper's carbon. It was definitely Cooper's, because I remember this friggin'. I gotta show you this. And you'll be like,
Didn't we have a Cooper's bottling bucket?
yeah. Remember that red bag?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was definitely Cooper's. But let's see. One of these drops to each. We added like 2 or 3, and it still didn't do what it should.
Right.
Or 2 drops to a 22-ounce bottle, pre-measured. Lozenge-shaped drops give you an exact amount of glucose and sugar. Sure. So it's basically just glucose and it's 27% glucose, 73% sucrose. So it's basically different types of sugar.
Right.
Yeah. So no, Rick, I don't think it was Alka-Seltzer. Yeah. We quickly moved away from Cooper's.
It is interesting that it's just another form of priming sugar.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a priming sugar, supposedly dosed out, that you could drop it in each bottle.
Right.
And not have to worry about mixing it in the bottling bucket.
Right.
Which, yes, even after we moved away from the Cooper's stuff, we used that bottling bucket for a while, basically until we moved to kegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bottling bucket. That's it. Simple as
Bottling
that.
buckets are the best things in the world, man.
Yeah.
I know some people that use it for their bottling bucket for primaries. I've never been a fan of it, but you could do a yeast up.
No, true. Okay.
You could totally do a yeast up on that. So you know what? Let's gonna have some fun here. I'll wait till Jason gets back. I was just on the horn with George, or not George, but Joe. Figured out
Okay.
they use a spider.
They use a spider? Okay.
Yeah. They use a spider.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
I remember. That's our old bottling bucket.
Is that got a dip tube in it?
It used Cooper's. Yep, absolutely. It did have a tube that we could attach to the faucet. That had a bottle filling. That's our old bottling bucket. Yes.
Yeah. Cooper's.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And it had a tube that we could attach to the faucet to
Yep.
fill the bottles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you getting liquid out of it? Because that's so far up from the bottom. How are you getting all that liquid out from the bottom? That's
Tilt it.
We ended up tilting it.
Yep.
It was
Yeah,
janky, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But okay, so I will tell you this: there are times when the efficiency of just moving it over to a keg some of the, I don't want to say, I kind of want to say a little bit of the magic is lost, because you remember the intensity of our bottling days where we were trying to get the zero drop bottling days.
Yep. Which I don't think we ever accomplished.
Maybe once. Not that we were dropping and shattering bottles, although
Right.
given the concrete floor,
Right.
absolutely a possibility.
Yes.
But no, we were trying to avoid dumping beer all over the floor, and we got pretty good at it towards the end there.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? I've only bottle conditioned twice in my life.
Yeah,
Actually, I had to really think hard about that.
There are guys in my homebrew club that still to this day, and they've been brewing for 20 years, that they bottle condition and get really good results.
Well,
Some of our friends in Downers Grove, same thing.
Yeah.
I got some of my boss buddies that are the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're you know what? And these are home brewers that I truly and honestly respect, And it's kind of funny because you got some home brewers that, when you're a fairly new brewer and you got a guy who's been brewing for 20 years, comes up to you and says that you're a better brewer than they are. You're trying to be as humble as possible about it. Because I've had, and I don't know if I said this before. Did I ever tell you the comment that, I think I told Jason about this. I think I told you. About the comment that when I did my collaboration with Will County about what the ongoing rumor in the beer world is about the Joliet Brewers Guild.
That they smoke weed.
Well, besides
they roll
that,
cigarettes on podcasts.
Besides that, no, it was. They said you think about all this guys that end up getting into the industry from the JBG. I guess it's the joke out there in the beer world is that if you want to go pro and join a homebrew club, join
the JBG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's some nice kudos.
It is some nice kudos.
I'll tell you, it was kind of funny because I was like, I'm not sure. So me and Joel were talking about it, and I was like, I don't know, is that a compliment or is it a freaking a knock?
No, it's absolutely a compliment.
Absolutely a compliment. And what's really funny is, all right, so when we were out there, we were really active in two. You didn't move away. You're still there. When I was out there, I was really active in two homebrew clubs: Joliet Brewers Guild and Main Street Homebrewers in Downers Grove. What's really funny is Joliet Brewers Guild was quite often a shit show of organization. Just everybody, sharing beers and having a good time, and but there was no organized, let's try this beer and see how it is kind of thing. Main Street Homebrewers, the exact opposite. It was very subdued, very, let's try this beer around, see how it is. Get
very
feedback.
Structured.
Very structured. And the amount of... Now, Main Street has produced a few professional brewers itself, but Joliet, the amount of professional brewers that have come out of there is just far and away more and so impressive. I wonder if you compared the Joliet Homebrewers Club to other national club, nationwide, how it would stack up as far as home brewers that have turned pro.
Oh, I would love to know that.
That would be a great. Well, I know. I mean, we can do locally now. I can think off the top of my head. I can tell you from Boss, you have Bossmore, you have St. John Malt Brothers, you have Blue Island, you have Evil Horse, you have
Evil Horse. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Not Evil. I'm sorry, not Evil Horse. Yeah, Evil Horse. Yeah, Evil Horse. And
okay.
Stager, I think. Yeah, Stager. It's a Stager. And then you got. Oh God. You got all the other guys that. Those are the people that just open breweries. Now maybe I can talk about people that work for breweries. Like you got a limited amount of rock bottoms. I think there's probably 2 or 3 rock bottoms. We've probably got a couple boss guys. I mean, I was in boss before I joined the JBG. The only reason I joined the JBG and stick with boss is because it was he was going to Joliet. I had to go to my
It was a
favorite
lot
bar.
closer.
I didn't have to go freaking. I didn't have to go online and find out where this month's meeting at, where I have to go. And actually, it's a lot cheaper to be in JBG than it is Boss too, because
I believe that.
Boss
Is another one of those that's really structured and I, you know what, I got to give it up to Boss. Their competition that they do for the region, second to none. Like they do that right, and I have nothing but respect for them for that.
Absolutely.
a lot better than that janky little homebrew competition I had going on, but it was still fun.
No, you did great, man.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't like, you know, thousands of participants and things like they have. So yeah, no, you did great.
I look
But
forward
no,
to next
it's funny
year.
you said Evil Horse, and that rang a very distant bell in my head. Does anybody here remember a show that came out during the writers' strike in the early 2000s called Dr. Horrible's Sing Along Blog?
Wasn't that with Doogie Howser?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, yeah.
Yes,
NPH.
Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Felicia Day.
Okay.
Like a bunch of those guys just got together and made this ridiculous, like, mini-series type show during the writer's strike. And when you said Evil Horse, that rang the bell in my head because one of the bad guys that Dr. Horrible was trying to impress was Bad Horse. And there's a whole
This is
song
writing
about-
at its finest.
Yeah, there's a whole song about Bad Horse.
Bad horse!
So, but no, it's just hilarious. But yeah, that you know made me think of that. So, yeah.
So let's talk about something really quick. I just got off the phone with. I'll see if I can share the screen here.
Okay.
Since I just got off the phone with good old Bill, and I was telling him that like everything I did today, and everything's on, and how we were talking, everything's on point. We got the gravity set and ABV is good. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna start lagering. Oh, I got some kind of yeast I use on there first. I gotta figure out figure out lagering temperature because as Bill and I were talking, we had a really good idea here. So for all the lager people out there, excuse me, who has what's your ample lagering temperature, and does it matter per beer? You have any idea? Or do you think it changes per yeast?
I'm going to say no, it doesn't change per yeast, and I would say the optimum temperature is probably 34 to 35.
Okay. Because I know for a fact that some breweries, like I'm not going to say who, they use high 40s, almost 50 degrees.
What?
For lagering?
Yeah, for lagering, yeah.
No.
Oh, and believe it or not, I'm not going to tell you the name online.
Oh,
you're not going to believe it.
I don't support that direction at all.
No, lagering
Hey,
temps
hey,
are...
hey, let me finish.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, how in the hell is a goddamn fucking cave going to get down to 32 degrees in the summer? Thank you very
You'd
much.
be surprised, first of all.
No,
like
but this is a very respected brewer between all of us. So,
okay,
well, it's still 32, 36. So
32
never
to 36
mind.
is your typical lagering temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And to be honest, like, it gets real cold real quick. inside of caves. As soon as you get underground, like Earth is a really good insulator, and once you get down, you get real cold real quick.
That's going to be a George
45
quotable tonight. Earth is a
So-
really good insulator.
So how,
I like that.
how about this?
I like it.
Well, then here, I got another question for you. Like, we're gonna change the direction here with in plumbing. When you're like, I know down by you, George, it doesn't matter, but up here, you know, for us northern Yankee folk like Jason and I, when you're doing water main work, you have to go down a minimum of 4 feet, so you're below the frost line.
Right.
So, that being said, when the ambient temperature outside is, let's say, negative up to 32 degrees, you go down 4 feet, it's not a freezing temperature. So you're trying to tell me any fucking cave, unless you go down, then with the further you go down, the closer you're coming to the core of the earth, where
Okay,
it gets
no.
hotter.
No.
So,
Okay. Now finish
He's
your
lost
thought. Finish your thought.
so yeah, just explain to me how you, in the middle of a summer when it's 100 degrees out, how it's going to get down to 32 degrees in the cave.
Okay. All right. Couple things. First of all, closer to the Earth's core, going into any cave, no matter how deep, you are not making a dent in getting closer to the Earth's core.
You never know. You can go.
Who said this?
Polly did.
Get it right at that.
But okay, so
I've never seen ice in a cave.
I have.
Either.
Yes. Oh no, Holly, it's absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and cave atmospheric dynamics are very different than frost line, because when you get down that you get trapped air inside of Earth, and so you get air that retains the cold temperatures and everything. And so you have to remember when they were lagering and conditioning this as well. They would brew it in March as you're coming out of spring.
Okay, that makes sense
To
now.
be able to lager it in there. So the warmest a cave is going to be is in the fall, since it warmed up
That
during
makes sense now.
the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is so it's a little counterintuitive, but yeah, you're not, the core of the Earth is not an issue.
No.
Oh, you never know. It's hot.
Okay.
It melts rocks.
Polly,
It
did you
does.
know? Did you know that they cannot even answer the question about how deep the ocean is?
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
So that feeds right in, because if they don't know how deep the ocean is, then how far that is to the actual core of the Earth it has no answer right now.
And I watched a documentary in the 90s where they had to go down into the Earth's core and restart it with nuclear weapons. And because it was slowing down. And so they had to
Okay.
Okay, it's a terrible
This is one of those trauma films, right?
it's
Or
terrible,
trauma films.
terrible movie called The Core.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a trauma
And,
movie.
and
All right.
no, it's not at all. But it was actually a Hollywood, like one of those blockbuster movies. It was called The Core, and it was terrible. But they had to go down so much deeper than your average cave. Is what I meant to say there.
To light off a nuclear weapon just so the Earth can turn at a more
Multiple.
normal rate.
Multiple in a chain reaction. It was a whole thing. But if you ever have an afternoon
Wow.
that you want to waste, The Core is just pure movie junk food. But yeah.
Oh,
so,
that's good. Okay.
yeah. And Polly, to your point around here, because I had to look it up when I was building my deck, because especially with a deck with how light it is, you want to make sure it's well below the frost line. frost line here is 10 inches. So we went down 2 feet to make sure that we were below that.
Okay.
When we put it in. So it just goes to show. I mean, you guys are up in Chicago. You said it's what, 4 feet?
Minimum 4 feet for putting 5
Yeah.
sewer pipe or not sewer water line underground. It's minimum of 4 feet.
Yeah. So
Sometimes we go 5-6 feet.
so here we are. We're not that far down the row, and we're looking at 2 feet, maximum to be able to be below the frost line. But if you ever come out this way, I'll take you to the Luray Caverns, which is some of the biggest cave system in the country. But even if it's in the summer, bring a long sleeve shirt because it gets cold.
Okay, all right. I could probably not count on one hand in my cave. I've been in 2 caves my whole life. One of them was Mammoth Cave when I was a child.
Okay.
And then again, when I was in Boy Scouts, we went to, I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was in Wisconsin, though. It was one of these caves where they would have Boy and Girl Scout campouts all the time.
Okay.
You get to go sleep in a cave. I think it was Eagle Cave.
That's up. Yeah, I was gonna say that's up near the Dells, isn't it?
I think so.
System?
Yeah, I think it was in Wisconsin. I don't know. But like, keep in mind, I was like 13 years old. I didn't know where the hell I was at. Go with your Boy Scout friends. We're going camping in a cave. I don't know what the fuck was next. Get lost in the cave. Yeah, no kid. No kid shit.
I used to very recklessly go spelunking, and definitely went through to some, which, if you don't, for anybody that doesn't know, spelunking basically means cave exploring, and definitely went some places that were not good. That if I got stuck, I would basically die there, and but that was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, George, I gotta give you a little bit of shit here, just because you were on the show last week. I don't know if you watched it. Rabbit Hole for the Poor. Yeah, shut up, Rick. So I did a little bit of research on, we were talking about the bottle filler that I was using, and all that crap that you wanted to add on to it. I could get one of those things, and you know how much those things cost? $1,400.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You know how much my thing cost me? $300, and I can do it all by hand, and I don't have to worry about technology.
Yeah, but I think we could build it for like $600, so we could save you.
It's a bunch of crap you don't need. I don't need scales and lights to go off, and when I can sit there and I can watch the pill level on the bottle. It's not that hard.
Of course it's crap you don't need. That's not the point. The point is it's cool.
In your eyes. In my eyes, it's stupid. So, not going to be done. I don't need no light to go off. I got 4 bottles to fill. You watch it. So now you want to add one more thing on? We're going to add conveyor belts too, and add automatic cappers, and just
why not?
Christ, no. So, all right, that rant's over on that one. I just had it was funny because after the show, I was watching. I went online because actually I had to. It was a few days later because after I finished it up and got it complete, because I had 3 of one and then another one, and the one counterpressure filler I had was slightly different than the ones that I ordered, and the 3-way valve was opposite of the ones that I use, and I was like, it's not a big deal. I could just mental note every time I do that. And then I was talking after I showed Steve what after it was complete and everything. He's like, that was only $100. I'll just go buy another one. And now it's complete, 100% done, sitting up in my storage room with all the other stuff that I use like once a year.
All right.
So it was kind of fun. Oh, you guys! Too bad this. You got chocolate box cover back there. I'm so excited. I got 2 events this weekend. I'm going to Bug. That's one beer fest. It's always been a bucket list for me. The Beer Under Glass. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's at the Garfield Park Conservatory in Chicago. And
nice. That's a big venue.
it's a
Yeah,
beer
it is.
festival. It's a beer festival in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I kind of snuck my way in to pour beer with Brian Galra from Impossible Mead,
Okay.
and this is what I'm really excited about. So we got he forwarded me the email like our table assignment and everything. And guess who we're sharing a table with and pouring next to tomorrow?
Sam
Our
Adams.
friends at no. This is all Illinois Beer Fest. Oh, I would love to rip on Jim Cook the whole time, but no. Our buddies from Blue Island Beer Company, Mr. Brian
nice.
Shimko's.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my next door neighbor. I'm like, how fitting is this? The first two collaborations I did are on either side of me.
Yeah.
As I show up with a collaboration.
That's awesome.
And then Saturday, I'm not looking forward to Saturday because I know it's an outdoor event. It's goddamn fucking Utica things. I think I'm gonna end up jumping in there and that canal after we're done. Either that or the Illinois River, one of the two.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking hot. So you won't be able to make it right there, Jason, Saturday.
It's not this time, unfortunately.
All right. Just make sure you get down here for September 25th and help make sure we get that
Done.
JVG down here.
I'm committed. Absolutely.
Are you going to go to Chaos then?
No.
That's Saturday. No.
No. There's some sad news about Chaos as far as our participation.
Oh,
But
we're not going
there's
now?
nothing. No, we're not. There's nothing we can do about it.
Well, because Louise
So.
couldn't do it, so nobody stepped up and decided to bring us there.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who do I got to bitch at the Joliet Brewers Guild?
The entire guild.
Committed.
We shouldn't be talking about this on the webcast.
We'll talk
So-
about the South Line.
Yes.
Okay, so let's violently change the subject. So I get a
Yes.
message from Uncle Rick from a phone number that I know I gave him my number when I was out there, but I didn't get his. So I guess his random Chicago number, and I'm like, and asking me if I've gone to Nick and Ivy. And my first question is, the hell are you? So it turns out it's Uncle Rick, and so I get that. And then he asked me if I've been to Nick and Ivy, and I said I've talked with him. I've drank Nick and Ivy beers, but I've never been there. And all of a sudden, I'm asked for every vital detail of myself short of my social security number.
What?
Basically, my address and phone number and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I'm assuming so I can be sent something, but I have not gotten anything in the mail. So I'm really curious as to why I was grilled for my vital information.
Okay.
But
Did you give a thumbprint?
I did
I
not
can
give a
tell you that.
thumbprint.
Oh.
I
You
can
can tell me that. Okay.
because Uncle Rick wants to get a little care package together sent to you from Nick and Ivy.
Oh,
Because
okay.
actually, Jason,
all
what
for
are
it.
you doing Sunday? If you're not busy, me and Uncle Rick and I think Ken from down here, you met Ken on Sunday. We're all going to go to the Nick and Ivy 1-year anniversary party this weekend,
Okay.
which it's
Oh,
going to be
nice.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're doing a bottle release on Sunday.
Yeah,
So-
I did have that on the calendar as a weekend thing. Do I? I think I can do Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good to get out there, show the support to them.
So, hey, speaking of snow globes, where's my Save the Clock Tower snow globe?
Hey,
Jason?
hey, patience. Patience. It's coming.
Okay, all right.
I promise.
You drop it? Did you drop it, Jason?
No, I didn't drop it.
You didn't drop it in the mail yet? Okay. No, it's in his possession. Don't worry.
It is. Yes. You will have it next week, George.
All right.
Unless he accidentally drinks it on the show today.
I'm hoping there's more than one because, like I said, my family will be in for Labor Day weekend. So I think it'd be nice to share some of our collaboration built on a professional brewery.
It absolutely would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me that. I will time that delivery to coincide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you say? Do you think you need more than one crawler? Because I could probably get another crawler with Jason by the end of the weekend.
I mean, I don't think he would discourage that.
I would not at all discourage that.
Yeah.
All right. So all right, I'll work on getting that together tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
And then Jason, you and I will talk amongst ourselves for me to get it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
So all right, that'll work.
Cool.
All right, I'll be right back. I need to get another beer. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Oh boy, I need another beer too. Okay, hurry. down to the last sip here, and I need a little bit more.
Yeah, I've got like that much left, which I don't think is enough to toast that it takes a lot of good beer, you know?
It's not. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna have to go one. We're gonna have a progression here.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta do something about that. So
It's been a while since I've looked at this.
I didn't even know you
I
had
forgot
it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, and honestly, it's not entirely out of commission because this has been used for bottling wine.
I was wondering if you used it for winemaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a little bit more open air in its
Yep.
fermentation.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, so it's served a purpose beyond just beer making.
Hey, I'm glad it's still in use.
Yes.
You know?
Thank you so much to our listeners out there. Thank you for the comments and participating. Special shout out to my good friend, actor Bill Bailey. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Cheers. Was in Wisconsin Dells, Iowa, Minnesota, Milo, America, heading to. Oh, okay.
So he said
Well, he's had
Mall
quite
of
a
America-
trip.
I'm assuming he's mean Mall of America. Headed to Michigan. Good Lord, yeah, he is on the road again.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that he must mean Upper Peninsula, Michigan,
I would think.
if he's traveling from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way back could take him through Mackinac. If you're going to shoot down that way, go south all the way through Michigan and excuse me.
What was that place we went to? Was it the Round Barn in Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in that area, I would definitely recommend that. I remember that being good. Yeah. So.
I can't excuse it in any way, shape, or form, but somehow I've been here in the Midwest my entire life, but I still have not been to Minnesota.
Really? It really is.
I have no
nice.
excuse for it.
Yeah. I would not recommend it in the winter.
No, that's a rough winter.
I cannot tell you how many times I was driving up there and did not have control of my car.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that.
I would definitely recommend going up there when it's not frozen over.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's good advice.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have just like one pocket in the country that just somehow has escaped you?
A lot of the Southwest.
Okay.
Has escaped me. I've been to a very specific part of Texas. I've been to Austin, but haven't been to, because so Austin and then the rest of Texas is two very different things.
That's true.
So there's that, but yeah, I'd say probably Southwest and Montana are the two places I've not been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Montana is a little bit remote. Well, it's more like a whole lot remote.
Yeah, a lot of it.
So, yeah, I think that's not like a glaring hole in your travel history.
Well, Lily is a little bit because I've got a cousin that lives out there. Her husband is, or boyfriend or husband, I'm not even sure what their current status is, but
okay.
He is a farrier, which, if you don't know, is somebody that shoes horses, which, living out in the middle of nowhere, Montana, makes sense. But so I've got a reason to go out there. I just haven't been. But yeah, it definitely is out there in big sky country, as they call it. So, yeah.
Yeah, my one time in Montana, the one thing that I will not forget about that.
Uh-oh, lost you.
Sorry.
Lost you again.
Again, damn mute button. Sorry. Being there in the summertime, 90 degrees in the afternoon, 40 degrees at night.
I believe it.
Every day
I believe
you're
it.
going through that swing.
Yeah.
It is rough.
Yeah. And Polly's
Whoa.
wondering, look at that. That is some fancy ass shit right there.
That's some impressive work, too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He can't hear any of the compliments we're giving to him right now, so
No.
let's get him out of the way now.
Okay.
All right, he's coming back. There you are.
Hey.
Hey.
Sorry
Hey,
about
Polly.
that, guys.
We're all done praising you.
Yeah.
Sorry you missed it all.
We were looking at that jockey box. It's all right.
Yeah. No.
I didn't build it. You take it up with Steve.
No, it's really nice. It looks really nice.
Yeah, it really
So
does.
is there a standard cooler underneath that?
Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
4-tap cooler.
Okay.
It's 4 tappers. So, and it's kind of funny because this will be the first time this weekend, the first time we use all 4 lines on it.
Okay.
Because I think they only did like 2 events pre-COVID.
So what
And-
beers are you taking to Bug?
To Utica, I'm only because it's gonna be fucking hotter than hell.
Yeah.
I'm bringing 815 Wheat Ale because that'll be a good summertime drinker.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring the lemonade shandy that we got.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to bring something hoppy, but with us giving away 2 sixtels of the mango tomorrow, and here we are again. Oh, I'm so excited about this! I did inventory on Monday, and I realized we were getting low on the mango, so we decided to do another audible and brew instead of brewing the porter that I had on the schedule for tomorrow or for today. We decided to do the mango again.
Okay.
But I did the math, and last time I brewed this, I did 5 barrels of it, which is about 10 kegs,
Okay.
and we released it on July 15th.
Okay.
And right now, we're on the last keg of it.
July 15th to... That's impressive. Yeah,
I know,
that's
isn't
quick.
it?
Yeah. All right.
So-
So Jason's back. I'm going to take my leave and go find a beer.
All right.
All right. Oh, what are you drinking now there, Jason?
Vacation Land from Door County Brewing Company, Session IPA. Yes, I think this is the 3rd appearance here on A Nice Place to Brew for this Vacation Land beer.
You know what? It was funny because
It's nice.
I was thinking about it because I had a customer come yesterday. I had to attend bar for a few minutes because our Wednesday bartender is one of many teachers that we have, and the school that she works at, because she works at it's like a high school, it's like a vocational school. So it's not a traditional 4-year high school. You know what I'm saying? Where the students that come here, they learn vocations like hair, automotive, construction, stuff like that.
Okay.
Well, she was telling me that with her, they got a new department head this year, and now they're adding, she's got all these crazy meetings on Wednesday, and the meetings get over with at 3:45, and she's got to open up at 4:00. Hey, look, it's an unlabeled bottle, mystery beer.
Mystery beer, yeah. You're on mute, sir.
So she wasn't going to be able to get here until 4:15, and then I'm like, you know what? I can take care of it. Don't worry about it. And then I had a couple bartenders like, oh, we can come in for 15, 20 minutes. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I can do it. It's not like it's a big deal. You know, I need to learn the POS system anyway, because my master plan here is now that all the teachers are back in school, we're no longer open at noon on Fridays. So, yours truly might be the new Friday afternoon bartender, as long as I can get everything.
So if you were to revise the start time, what is it going to be?
Noon.
Oh, okay. So there's no plans to change the start time.
What?
There's no plans to change the 12 o'clock Friday start time?
Oh, it's already back to 4 o'clock.
Oh, 4 o'clock. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, because up until the summer, we open at 4 o'clock Monday through Friday. Because all of our bartenders have full-time jobs too.
Sure.
And then I can do all my stuff during the week and keep my Friday as an easy day, and then be open. What the hell kind of face is that, George?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for you guys to finish. Go ahead.
Oh, no, we're just talking about opening back up at noon. So yeah, no, I'm intrigued now with this. You're looking at it, smelling it.
So I'm trying to figure out what said mystery beer is, and I think it's a wee heavy that I made like 2 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's nice and malty and sweet, and look how dark it is.
Okay.
Now, I gotta tell you, that's some impressive capping if I'm
Absolutely.
able to keep carbonation.
Absolutely. If that's 2 years old.
It's got to be at least a year and a half, if not 2 years old. So,
Okay.
All right, let me try it, see if that's what it is.
Okay.
Yes,
It is?
it's got to be the last bottle
Okay.
of a wee heavy from like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Wow.
Which also means that this is my second 7.5% beer, which probably means I'm sleeping downstairs.
Oh, Jesus. You're talking to cursive by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, your wife's not going to be happy with you tonight.
I know. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys weren't so damn entertaining, I would have just
I know.
Hey, man. When it's flowing, it's flowing.
When it's
What else you
gotta
can?
have-
What else can you say?
We got to have our fun when we can.
Exactly.
So what is this, show 92 now?
This is 92.
You know,
right.
yeah, we've been at this for a long while, and we really appreciate everybody that has shown up, that's asked questions. We have a small but dedicated audience, and we really appreciate it.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Oh, I listened to the audio podcast. When you sent me that link on Friday. Actually, I think I listened to it. Did I listen to it Friday when I was brewing? I did listen to it Friday. Because I ended up going back and I listened to the PBR one, which that was funny.
PBR one, yeah.
The PBR one, that was funny. And I listened to a couple more too. But the later episode, it started getting in the middle of the brew day, so I couldn't focus on that. It was more of just a background noise and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I look forward to doing what?
I was going to say, I was talking with a friend of mine who is a home brewer and listens to all the audio podcasts that we put out. We need to do more, by the way.
Yes.
And he listened to it, and it cracked me up because he's like, man, you guys had somebody else on there this time, and he was a goofy guy. And I was like, yeah, yep, that's it. That's and a pretty accurate description.
Yeah, I am goofy. Don't worry about that. I'm definitely a goofy guy.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun doing this. And
It
hard
has.
to believe, like, you know what? And what's the date today? 26th?
26th, yes.
It's been 11 months almost to the date since I started this job over here.
Started as the head brewer, yeah.
When did we do our first COVID episode, Jason? Do you
It
remember?
was end of March.
End of March. Wow.
Yep.
I think I was on like the second or the third one.
It's some that sounds about right. Yeah.
Came
'cause-
in and just came
Yeah.
in with a bang, man.
Yeah.
Rolling your cigarettes and
Yeah.
And talking shit about the Pico brew system.
It still is our
Yeah.
most viewed episode to date.
it really is.
Still.
Oh, you know what? I gotta think. We gotta start practicing now. Maybe we see if we can get Scott in on it. We need to do another Christmas trivia episode because that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. In fact, we had next week is Labor Day.
Yes.
So I think we should number one talk about what are your favorite Labor Day, like around the grill type beers.
Okay.
And
All
number
right.
and number two, do a trivia thing like we did on Christmas.
A Labor Day trivia.
Oh, okay. An early trivia game? Okay.
Early trivia game. And
Okay.
Just, and just do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. Paulie, you in?
Next Thursday, around the grill beers, and then
Trivia.
early trivia. Yeah, I can work on that. I can
All
work
right.
on that.
Mark your calendars, people.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that Christmas trivia was fun.
It really was.
This East Coast is fucking good. I like it.
Nice.
East Coast. So,
I'm
is
so
that what
excited
we're
about
calling
that.
hazies now? East Coast versus West Coast?
East Coast, New England, hazy, juicy, what the fuck you want to call them.
All right, right, okay.
No, and you know it's kind of funny because I was going through. Oh, hold on, let me look this up. Have you guys heard? I had a customer come in today and telling me about a new Omega strain. Have you guys heard of this Cosmic Punch?
No,
George
what's
is
that?
feeling no pain.
I am not,
What?
but this is so good. This might be what I make next because I'm remembering
Do
how
it.
good this is.
Do it. It's only going to get better in the warm months, in the cold months.
In the cold months, yeah.
I'm finally Bill Bailey. I'm finally reading all the comments. We go from Uncle Rick.
Don't you worry about
Who's going to Wally World? All right.
He said
Sorry.
he was doing the National Lampoon's Vacation, so I asked him if he was going to Wally World.
All right. No, all of a sudden, I pulled out of the full screen and I'm seeing all the comments. I usually try and keep up on the comments just so I can have something witty to say, like if Tiggy's watching, so I could yell it up with something, or give him some kind of stupid comment. But then we had Uncle Rick today.
Anyway,
so.
you were doing something, and then you got super distracted. What were you doing?
Who, me?
Yes,
Just now? I don't
yes. Wasn't he? Am
Oh,
I crazy?
oh,
No.
No. Okay. No, I know what you're talking about. The Omega stuff.
Yes,
Omega
yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay. The Cosmic Punch Ale. It's a OYL-402. I'll just read off the description. You know what? Hold on. A theolized version.
I got it, Polly. I got it.
Okay. All right.
Give me 1 second.
I'll still read it. But it's kind of intriguing.
All right.
It's
Okay.
meant for,
OYL Cosmic Punch.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
meant for
That
it's
is-
like
Whoa.
easy,
Go ahead, Polly.
but it's like when they were saying it goes good with like a tropical aroma, Southern Hemisphere hop, which I'm very intrigued about. Punchy strain, vibrant, grapefruit, passion fruit, guava. I like that. But the thing that kind of threw me off is because I've been so used to this Kavik stuff. Like you look at the temperature range, it's a typical ale yeast, 64 to 75. You got your high flocculation, 71 to 75% attenuation. It can go up to 10%. So I know if I ever do that here, I'm going to end up using a whole pail of goddamn fucking DME or LME, whatever. Not LME. I don't like using DME here. But it's actually, what's that one? I didn't see that graph.
I have no idea
It's
what
the
that.
difference between the British 5 and the Cosmic Punch.
I have no idea what that means, but it looks really impressive.
Yeah.
Do you know what 3SH levels are?
No, I don't.
I am going to look that up, and we're going to talk about that next week.
Oh, next week? Okay, we got a half hour. Let's talk about it now. We can wrap the show up with that. Because I want to know now, damn it.
All right,
I
fine.
don't want to wait a whole week.
Okay, all
'Cause
right.
I'll get drunk and high and forget about it. I'm sorry, rolling my cigarettes and forget about it.
All right, 3SH is the structure of sulfur dioxide.
Okay.
So it's sulfur dioxide levels. So sulfur dioxide in beer. Sulfur dioxide is present in all beers. It is produced by yeast and sometimes added during the brewing process in beer. The review of sulfur dioxide, or SO2, in masking stale flavors and protecting from oxidization and microbial spillage.
Oh, okay.
Spoilage, rather. So
all right.
I'm guessing sulfur dioxide, especially when it comes to the New England, is going to contribute to that hazy character based on what I'm reading. And is going to allow it to be a little bit more shelf stable. It's going to act as a preservative in the beer as well.
That'll be something fun that I could use during the cooler temperatures here. When I don't have to worry about chilling my work to a certain temperature. Now I'm gonna have to worry about getting it up to a certain temperature. I mean, it's been so fun down here, and Jason's been a part of it, helping me. Like, oh crap, we're at like my growler is at like 45 degrees. Well, hey Jason, shut it down a little bit.
If anyone wants to read a really technical paper on the aspects of analysis, role, and fate of sulfur dioxide in beer, I have one. I tried to share it, but it didn't seem to work, so I will share it on Facebook.
So, Jason, oh my God, I got something to share with you guys. Are you finished? I didn't want to.
No, go ahead.
You.
Go ahead.
So, you remember how I was talking to Jason about it last week? Jason, I'll bring George up to speed. Jason and I were talking about, my water source down here and how I was noticing my pH on a lot of my beers was extremely high. So I decided to pull the trigger and get another water report for my water.
Yeah, I remember you were doing that when we were there.
Because we were talking about it. I finally pulled the trigger and sent it in last week. So it's kind of funny. It's weird because I'll start from the top. Back on November 9th, when they received my first report, and now we're in August, so we're like 9 months. And you got to think there's been 2 seasons between that. My water pH in November was 7.5. And now it's 7.7. My and everything else for the most part, like my ppm and all the other technical terms like sodium, potassium, they were all higher than they are now. And the only thing that's higher now than what it was is my pH. And then I added that into my water report, and it totally changed. Oh my God, it's changed all my numbers.
Yeah.
So is the takeaway, should we be doing a new water analysis every 6 months?
Well, for you guys,
I mean, at Paulie's level.
No, not necessarily. It all depends on your water source.
Yeah.
Okay.
So depends on how
right.
often your water source changes.
You're
okay.
You're in the city of Chicago. Lake Michigan water doesn't change that. It changes a little bit.
Sure.
The city of Chicago has got it down to where they can add it and keep your numbers where they need to be. George, he's on. You're on a well, right, George?
He's on a well.
So you're on an aquifer. That usually doesn't change too much unless local farmers are changing their pesticides or
even if that happens, it tends to be very stable because the aquifer is a lot deeper than where those pesticides and things, they tend to get filtered out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for sure. In fact, I'm just looking up my test results from the 2 times that I did a ward test here to compare them real quick.
But like, it was just kind of funny watching this and watching all my numbers because like I actually had to email Brad at Beersmith and be like, how do I change this stuff? Because I don't remember. And he responded within about an hour, and I got it all done. But it was funny because I was brewing a beer. I had the brew sheet, and then after I changed it all, I looked at both of them side by side, and the numbers are extremely different. It's going to be fun now, next few weeks here, brewing what I brew to watch my number change. I'm going to be watching that now. But like people that use RO water, no, you're good. Filtered water, no, you're good. Because you're at least RO water, you're at a clean slate. The filtered water and all that, it depends on that water source.
So, all right. So comparing my water from 2017 to 2020 is when the 2 times. Now, granted, you should probably do them more often than I did. But comparing my water between those 2 time periods, I had a come on. There we go. I had my pH changed by 0.1 from 6.8 to 6.9. Total dissolved solids changed from 59 to 53. And just for an example, my total hardness changed from 33 to 23. So actually my water got a lot more neutral.
Wow.
Than what it was. So, Polly, do you have a comparison between your two?
Okay, like I was saying, my pH is 7. November was 7.7. Now it's 7.5. My dissolved solids were 247. Now I'm at 295.
Oh wow, it's a lot more dissolved solids.
Yeah, my electrical conductivity, whatever that word is, went from 0.41 now to 0.49.
Holy shit. So your electrical, and this is directly related to your parts per million for sure.
Yeah.
But mine, just as an example, as a contrast there, went from 0.1 to 0.09.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, yeah. Much less chance of getting electrocuted
what's that
with
word
my
of the
water.
third one? Was it Caltons and
It's cations or anions.
Cations and anions. So I went from 40/38 to 4544. Sodium 18 at first. Now it's a 16. Potassium was 3. Now it's 4.
What's your total hardness?
So hard.
Should be under magnesium.
Oh, 157 to 168. Holy cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be the biggest part because that means that there's a lot. Your water, it has a lot more stuff in it. Mine went from, like I said, 33 to 23. So I have really soft neutral water here. And and so you're going to have to do a lot more when it comes to like acid additions and salts and that kind of thing to get your beer where you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the problem is, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that with I kind of may have screwed the pooch now. Because, hold on. I don't want to walk all the way over there. Like, my pH when I mashed in today, because normally it's been like high 6s, almost 7.
Wow.
That is high. Yeah.
But after I'm still making solid beer, even when it was at that number when we made the amber.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a solid beer at that number, but it really should be like at least a point lower than that.
Yeah. And Paul, you're not using any acid. Is that correct?
Nope, I'm just using pretty much the basic 4 or 5 salts. I guess I
Would
just
you-
need to wrap my head around freaking brewing water, which I've been fighting. I just need to take some time to
Yeah.
fight it back.
Yes, I mean, would you be open to doing one of those?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You would
absolutely
be.
open.
Okay.
I would absolutely be open to doing brewing water or lactic acid or,
Okay.
Rollings, acidulated or whatever, just to help drop that pH.
I never
Okay.
checked.
How about can I help you with a lactic acid addition?
Sure, absolutely.
I really think it's going to change the game as far as your brewing. I really do.
I
Yeah.
never checked, but can you do lactic acid addition, like lactic acid calculations inside Beersmith?
I don't know.
Okay.
Regardless, you could use the brew and water calculator on the side.
Oh, for
And,
sure.
and honestly, Paulie, I mean, for you, I would just volunteer to take whatever your recipe is and translate that into the spreadsheet. I'd be glad to.
Yeah, I mean, because I've had a lot to learn in the past year, and I think I've done pretty goddamn good on what I've had to learn in the past
Yeah,
year. Now
absolutely.
It's time to expand my brain of craziness to more
Okay.
shit now.
Well, listen, your principle applies here. Keep it simple, stupid.
Uh-huh.
For sure. Yeah. And
So-
so, but then the question becomes, Jason, so at his scale, would lactic acid be the best thing to do, to add a bunch of lactic acid, or there are other acid options?
I don't know. I would start there, and maybe you're right. Maybe lactic acid is not concentrated enough for brewing at that scale.
Right, because lactic acid that you can purchase off the shelf is typically, I think, 88%.
That's the one. It's
Inert.
88. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this lactic acid, could I take it to a concert and have fun on the weekends?
That different type
It
of
wouldn't
acid.
do anything for you.
Yeah.
No.
Different type of acid.
Well,
Sorry,
another
I had to do it.
another alternative is phosphoric acid.
Phosphoric acid, yeah. Now that's a little bit more dangerous to work with.
Yeah. There's a lot of brewers that steer away from phos for that very reason.
Yeah. Because that can literally burn you,
Right.
But at the same time, you need a whole lot less of it to acidify your sparge and your
Right.
Things like that. So
Well, see, the problem here with what I'm doing here is going to have to be, it wouldn't be my sparge water, it's going to be my boil, because
Right.
my hot liquor tank, that's what I use for everything. And when I make the adjustment, that's for hot water for that tank.
Yeah.
Well, if the same way that you add your salts to your boil instead of your sparge water, I think you could do the same thing with your acid addition.
Okay. That sounds like fun. Let's have some fun with it. I'm not
Sure.
against doing it.
All right. We're in.
Give me more shit to think about.
Yep.
Oh, and actually, Jason, September 11th, are you available?
September 11th?
Yeah.
Depends when.
We're brewing. We're going to do the fireman brew that day. It's a Saturday. We're going
It's
to
a
do the fireman
Saturday,
brew.
yeah. Ah, means my birthday's on a Saturday. Oh, I already knew that.
It is.
Yeah.
Jason, you're born on 9/11?
No. George.
I was born on the 18th. So,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah.
A week away.
Oh.
Okay. Polly, I'm gonna tentatively say yes to that.
All right, cool, because we're going to have a bunch of local firemen here. Brewing up some beer. I haven't decided
Yeah?
what we're brewing yet. Yeah.
Oh, that's the that's the Fireman Day. Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, you remember that from last weekend.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, we set that date on Tuesday.
Right. Okay.
Because Tuesday we had our monk club appreciation party, and it was kind of fun because all the monk clubbers, we got to hang out. We were closed to the public. Tina, we bought a bunch of pizzas, and oh my god! Oh, next time you come down here, Jason. Oh, I keep talking about that Wilmington pizzeria. We're gonna have to get some boxes because they got good pizza too, and oh my god, they got these brownies that are literally to die for. If I wanted to eat as much as I could, I would go in that coma.
Okay,
And-
so that beef roll that you guys were all up in arms about, it was good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I fucking love
Let me
it
say
so.
this: it was not the same beef roll that we had a few weeks before
Okay.
with Joe and Bill.
I was wondering because yeah, all right, it was all right, but it wasn't anything I'd like write home about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
well,
I oversold that. I admit it.
Well, then maybe we'll have to next time you come to town. If I'm living in Joliet, we'll get a beef roll from the infamous Linda's Pizza, because that's my favorite beef roll. Where though, like I call it in, and I have to put like Canadian bacon, green olives, and the only pizza topping they will not put in there is sausage, because they use raw sausage, and it won't cook all the way. We're getting like pepperoni and black olive was fucking good. I'm sorry. I love me some Italian beef. Yeah, and I heard you went to Portillo's first. I'm sure you could have went to a better place for Italian beef there, George. When you
hey,
attended.
you know, I mean,
I know. I understand you wanted to go with what you know. I get it.
Portillo's is consistently tasty.
Yes.
You know, so yeah.
All right, gentlemen, round it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely. Do it,
Right.
man.
Tune back in for our next show, which will be this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be talking about Labor Day around the barbecue beers, and also we're doing trivia. So check us out then. Check out our back catalog on our YouTube page prior to then. Also, check out our audio podcast under the same name, A Nice Place to Brew, that's available on the podcasting platforms. Our website is www.aniceplacetobrew.com, and we can be found on social media as A Nice Place to Brew and Nice Place to Brew. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Before we sign it off, we raise a glass one last time, and we say, George, take us out.
It takes a lot of good beer to make great beer.
Cheers.